So remember how we talked about limiting inputs? Like, I don't want all these voices in my head. I don't want to ask 500 people for advice on the same problem over and over again. And then when I think about my own problem, I have all these voices swirling in my head, like, and all these different possible solutions, all these different possibilities, all these different like things I could do. You don't want that. Limit inputs, but you also want to limit desires. So what do I mean by limiting desires? Let's say you have this big goal, right? Let's say I want to be an entrepreneur and make $1 trillion per year. Good. That's a desire that you have. Well, number one, you want to find the root cause of that desire. Why do I want money? Well, I want to provide for my family. I want to like retire my parents. I want to give everything to like donate to charities or whatever. I want to give like my future family the best life. Okay, so that's really your dream. But why do you want that? Well, if I see my future family like retired and happy, and like my future children are prospering, like that'll give me a sense of fulfillment. That'll give me a sense of continuity. That'll give me a sense of security because I know everyone around me is happy, protected, and fulfilled. So that in turn fulfills me. So is that really a dream? Well, when I see everyone fulfilled around me and happy around me, that makes me happy because it makes me feel like I made them happy. It makes me feel like I did this for them, and I did do this for them. This is a gift that I gave to them. So is that your dream? Giving gifts to other people? Like giving everything you can to the people that you love? Is that really your dream? Like, I can't answer that for you. But it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and you can see like this is a whole rabbit hole. Like maybe it's just all about me, guys. Like maybe it's just about me. Like I want to feel this way, so I'm doing all this. Or maybe it's bigger than you. Or maybe you just think it's bigger than you, but it's really not. I don't know. But regardless of that, you need to find your core desire right now. What is your core desire? Why do you want the surface level thing? Why do you want the surface level thing of money? Why do you want the surface level thing of status, power, influence, fame? Whatever it may be. Why do you want the surface level? Because underneath is something deeper that probably results from some childhood trauma and insecurity that you have. But it's a good thing because insecurity is necessary if you want to be successful or whatever. At least that's what I've heard. I have a lot of insecurities. But they drive me, so I'm grateful for them. Working on them, but I'm grateful for them at the same time, right? We gotta be grateful for it all, man. And so, limit your desires, as in once you find this core desire, you can't be chasing 10 of them, 20 of them. Like, okay, let's say I want to give a gift to everyone around me, but at the same time, I want to be an astronaut. At the same time, I want to be like this or that or this or that. You honestly, like, you have a limited bandwidth and amount of resources, as in time, focus, energy, and thoughts to dedicate to whatever you want to achieve. Your time is so limited. And so if you divide it among all these different things, especially your energy, time and energy are literally like the two foundational like prerequisites or whatever the word is that is used to like level up in something. When you divide it over like this many things, you're just gonna like, they're not gonna go very high, you know. You're thinking horizontally, you gotta think vertically. So let's say you devote to this one thing and you devote everything to it. That in turn is going to, like, the amount of time and energy that goes into it naturally, right? You put more resources into something, naturally it's gonna go higher. But at the same time, you need to have a balance to where you don't overdo this to where you strain it so hard that it just shatters. You need things that bring you balance to this, like a foundation. So think of it like this. Like, this is a platform, right? This is a platform. Let's say this dot is one point, one thing that you want to get better at. Like your one purpose, okay? But then if this is like all you have, this is just gonna crumble eventually because you don't have a foundation. Like there's nothing around the dot. So if you build like another thing on top of that doesn't go just as high, that goes like maybe halfway, but it brings you balance, right? It brings you frame of mind. It brings you like perspective, like, okay, this isn't everything. This isn't life. You know? Okay, I didn't explain that well at all, but I'm gonna give you an example. Like, let's say my goal is to pursue athletics, right? That's my goal. My goal is to pursue athletics, right? My sport is everything to me, so it's just all this, right? But if I have nothing around it and I just see myself as an athlete, there's no substance to my life or who I am whatsoever. Let's say I get injured, right? Boom, I might as well be dead. Because I have nothing around it. I have nothing more than that. And so when I build something else like on top of that, like, okay, I'm trying to improve myself. I'm trying to study like entrepreneurs or whatever. I'm trying to study business because I'm interested in it. Okay, boom, there's that. So I'm interested in business. That's another thing. What else am I trying to improve? I'm trying to improve like my family relationships, like people around me. Okay, that's another thing. What else am I trying to improve? I'm trying to improve my discipline. Okay, that's another thing. When you see yourself as just one thing, when it's gone, bro, you're gonna crumble because that's all you are. You can't be a one-dimensional human being. And you naturally become a one-dimensional human being when you devote everything to one singular desire. So yes, limit your desires, put a cap on it, but you also need to find your own balance. I probably explained that in such a terrible way. I hope you're really like understanding what I'm trying to say here. You need to build your life around one thing, yes, one pillar. But around it's gotta be foundation, man. Around it's gotta be like support of smaller things. Because you can't be this one-dimensional human being that literally might as well be dead if you lose it. Let's say my business goes bankrupt and I put in my entire identity into being a businessman. Might as well be dead, bro, because I have nothing else going for me. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense. You let me know. So, it's important to just know what you truly want. But at the same time, you can't just be investing every single bit of your energy into it because ultimately it's gonna crumble. If you really want to be great in something, if you really want to be like if you want to go high in something, you've got to build a foundation around it. And the foundation of your goals are who you are, because you will never surpass the level in whatever you try to achieve. It will never surpass the level that you are as a human being. Or at least it won't surpass it and sustain itself. It's just not possible. Like, let's say I have like a drug addiction. Let's say I have a drug addiction and I'm trying to be like a world-class athlete at the same time. It's just not gonna last, bro. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me and I hope you understand it. I'll probably make another one trying to explain it better, but yeah. If you want to hear more from a 17-year-old trying to figure out life, subscribe. It's a win-win for both of us. If you want to talk to me, as always, first link in the description, boy. Get after it.